Going on, YouTube? I wanted to talk to you today about my favorite optics company, Vortex. And I'll just open up with as honest of a way as I can put it. They are a great company. Vortex Optics is top notch, and their equipment is top notch. I actually decided early on this year that I was going to switch brands. A lot of my buddies use the top of the line. Top of the line's a tricky word, but the most expensive glass that they can buy is what they get. And I nearly followed suit, but Vortex, without knowing it, they came through for me again, just like they have many times in the past. I sent my 10 by 50 binoculars in for a scratch, a deep scratch that I had on the lens, and they either saw that as unfixable or they found something else wrong with it. I don't know, but they sent me a brand new $1,600 set of 10 by 50 binoculars. And I can tell you, this is not the first time I've had an experience like this with Vortex, and it's something that I've heard from many other people as well. So with that, I'll kind of lead into different Vortex products that I have used and ones that I'm currently using. For me personally, their Razor products, their Razor HD products are what I go with. I don't want to go lower than that. I think those products are very well built. They hold up a long time. They have excellent glass quality for the price of the binoculars. And at the point I'm at now, I've spent years out here in the bush, literally days accumulated years. And I've competed with the best eyes out there, and I've never felt ashamed or outdone, like I couldn't keep a spot with my Vortex Razor products. And these are, like I mentioned before, this is their 10 by 50 Razor HD binoculars. The 10 is the level of zoom that the binocular has. The 50 is the reticle size here. So if you get 10 by 42s, you're getting the same level of zoom with a smaller reticle. What does that mean for the user? Well, the higher you get in your reticle, the more movement that you're going to see in your hands as you glass. And using optics, binoculars especially, is a art, just like shooting a gun or martial arts. It's something that you practice. It's muscle memory. So for me personally, the 10 by 50s was a pretty short learning curve on showing my movement as I glassed. You know, I've shown in the past a walking stick supporting you helps. If you can get your elbows on anything, it helps. But even without that stuff, You know, you keep your shoulders sucked in. You can even grab the brim of your hat. And like I said, the quality of glass in this razor is awesome. And this 10 by 50, the bigger your reticle gets, the more light collection that you get. So these things are dang near like night vision. On a full moon, I can see all night long, no problem. Give me the moon in the background, and I'm really seeing. In Alaska, as long as we don't use a light, there is no shooting hours. So we don't have to worry about that. You definitely want to be able to see in low light. And while I'm on the 10 by 50s, personally, I'm not big in the chest purses that a lot of folks wear these days. Vortex sends these lens covers out. I support my eyepieces with a little electric tape around it, so I can take these lens covers on and off as much as I need when it's raining or I'm traveling. I'm not looking through my glasses much. I've got these on. And then I do the same for my lens covers they provide here. I put a little electric tape around that. And then this is the Rick Young Bino harness. It's simple. It's a great bino harness. As you can see here, it also has a attachment on it for your rangefinder. Before we get into the rangefinder, Vortex does make a binocular that has a rangefinder in it, and it's the Viper product glass that they put in it, so it's a lesser quality glass than these razors. I've had it. It's not a bad product at all. It's very convenient having your rangefinder right there when you need it, but I prefer the Razor glass, Razor HD. So I've gone with the Ranger rangefinder, the Ranger 1300. This thing, it doesn't have an unlimited range. It shoots, I don't remember the exact range it shoots to. I try not to max it out. If I'm at like 500 yards, I can usually close distance on an animal to 350 yards. So I try not to shoot or have someone shoot further than these can range. And if a hunter has to shoot further than these, I recommend they bring their own rangefinder. But Vortex does offer other rangefinders as well. This one works great for me. I've had great luck with it. The next thing I'd like to talk about is this new-ish smaller spotting scope they've come out with. Now, I have a saying when it comes to spotting scopes: once you go angled, you never go back, as opposed to a straight scope. But it's kind of arguable on this little guy. If I had it to do over, I might would get the straight, and just because it doubles much easier as a set of binoculars. I don't really have a problem using this as a set of binoculars, but a straight would be that much easier to look and pull up and just use it like a telescope. But this little guy is a 13 by 39 zoom. So this is a 10. This starts at 13 and goes up to 39. And then the reticle here is a 56. so it's only just a little bit bigger than my binoculars. And like I was saying, this thing is awesome. It doubles as both. On a professional level, I am still going with a bit bigger tube, which we'll talk about here in a minute. But on a personal hunting level, this is all I'm going to carry anymore. As you're walking along, if you see something, like I said, this 56 is only a little bit bigger than this. So if you got your elbows in tight and you're looking through it in 13 power, it's very easy to use this like a set of binoculars and see what you need to see. And then you can slap it right on your scope or your tripod and crank it up to 39 and get that much closer to the animal and see what you got going on. It comes with an eyepiece, as you can see. It also came with a really nice eyepiece here. I didn't electric tape it, and I was moving on an animal a few days ago. It fell off in tall grass, and I couldn't find it. So electric tape that. But the great thing about it is when I get home, I'll let Vortex know, and they'll send me this eyepiece. No problem. No questions asked. Great company. Protecting it currently, as you can see, with a little wool glove. Have a drop pouch. I got this in the military to throw my empty magazines in. It works great to hold the scope. I'm sure there's many things out there like it. Next up, I'll talk about their tripods. I have several Vortex tripods. I was trying to save a little weight this hunt, and I brought their lighter tripod with me. It's excellent for mountain goat hunting and other mountain adventures where you don't want to have as much weight. This is the Summit Carbon 2. I don't have internet out here, so feel free to put in the comments how much this Summit Carbon 2 weighs, but it's not much, the weight. I believe their bigger one is called the Ridgeview. At least it used to be. They might have changed the name on it now. And the bigger one's awesome because it comes up to head height and it doubles as shooting sticks if you need it to. What I really like about their tripods now is they come with this twist mechanism. Before I get to that, you can see here I lost a little foot on one leg. This came off, and when I get home, I'll let Vortex know that. They'll replace that. No problem. No questions asked. But something I like here is it has the instructions on it on how to unlock this leg. So with one hand, I can unlock all 3 levels of the leg and extend them out. And then I just go through and lock each one. It's very fast. It's faster than the old flip mechanism that they had on it. And as the bigger one, the Ridgeview, or whatever it's called, you can correct me there if I'm wrong, it comes up taller. But we were hitting on angled the huge advantage of angled scopes is they're easier to look through with a lower tripod. See here, I don't have a tripod adapter that I'm having to mount this with. It just slides right in there once you got it opened up enough. So even though this isn't very tall, it's easy for me to get here and see through it, where if I'm using a straight tube, I have to get considerably lower to look through it. This is much less comfortable for me. It's the advantage of the straight is if you haven't used a spot and scope a lot, it's easier to find your target in it. But as soon as you use the angled for a little while, it gets pretty easy. It can be a little tricky if the animal's real close to you. But another advantage of an angled tube is when you're in the mountains and you need to look uphill. Again, if I'm having to look like this, I got to get down here on a straight. This scope here is a 85 millimeter. So my reticle, again, it's the Razor ultra high definition, 20 to 60 on your zoom. This is like night vision. I had it out here with a 65 millimeter the other night, and as it got later and later, this clearly outperformed it, which we would hope with the bigger reticle. I've had this scope. I've had other ones like it before. I've had the Viper straight tube a couple times. Anytime I've had a problem, Vortex has replaced it, no questions asked. One time I got stuck out in the wilderness. I was 10 days overdue, and I was something in a straight line like 22 miles from the nearest pickup point, and I had to walk out. It was a 3-day walkout, and I had to leave some things behind, including my Viper Vortex spot and scope. And I ended up walking back a year later and recovering everything that I'd left behind. And the Viper had some corrosion on it, and it had gotten a nitrous leak. And I sent that into Vortex. They sent me a brand new one, no questions asked. So again, I hope this helps. If you end up going with Vortex, you won't be disappointed. It's a great company, and I'm sticking with them. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.